Today we're going to be talking about the DWAC warrants, which rose over 15,000% from Wednesday's close to its peak on Friday. As you may have heard by now, World Acquisition Corp, ticker DWAC, entered into an agreement and plan of merger with Trump Media and Technology Group on Wednesday. On Thursday, the DWAC stock and the warrants went crazy on the news, breaking the former SPAC record held by EV battery company QuantumScape. In this video, I'm first going to give a high-level overview of what happened with the DWAC warrants. Second, I'm going to go over the current terms of the DWAC warrants, such as how and when you can exercise them. Third, I'm going to go over my game plan for DWAC. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, my channel is primarily about investing for growth. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. And please remember to drop a like on this video if you enjoy it, as it truly helps out the channel. And be sure to check out my Patreon if you want to get more insights into my SPAC portfolio and my other growth-oriented portfolios, or if you want to just support the channel. And also, be sure to check out my free Discord to talk about SPACs and other stocks with other members of the Wolves of Investing community. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So what happened? On Wednesday, World Acquisition Corp, or DWAC, and Trump Media and Technology Group entered into a definitive merger agreement for a SPAC business combination, valuing the company at $875 million with a potential additional earnout of $825 million in additional shares for a cumulative valuation of up to $1.7 billion, depending on the performance of the stock price post-business combination. The following day, DWAC stock went nuts, opening at $12.73 and closing 400% higher at $52. The day after, on Friday, the stock gapped up and reached a high of $175. But the warrants, which is what this video is about, did even more spectacular, opening at $3.16 on Thursday and reaching a high of $79.22 on Friday. DWAC warrants closing price on Wednesday was just 51 cents. So if you held the warrants from Wednesday's close and cashed out at the peak on Friday, your theoretical gain would have been 15,433% in 2 days. $1,000 would have turned into $155,000, which would have been insane. The warrants closed lower on Friday at $29.10, but that still would have been a gain of over 5,600%. Now, I realize it was near impossible for anyone to have guessed that this would have happened before the announcement, and picked up warrants on Wednesday. But there was a 1-hour window on Thursday morning where the warrants could have been picked up for less than $5. So congratulations to any of you who were able to make that trade and cash out near the peak. So what next? I realize that many of you may be new to warrants and wondering, what can you do with the warrants? And I made a SPAC warrant basics for beginners video a while ago that covers many of the questions that my viewers have asked. So be sure to check out that video if you're interested. But for this video, I'm going to summarize the current warrant terms of DWAC based on their SEC prospectus. So the main thing to know is that the DWAC warrants are currently not exercisable yet, which means that the only way you can profit from the warrants when they begin trading again on Monday is to just sell them as you would a stock. On brokerages such as Fidelity or TD Ameritrade, it's pretty simple. I usually just use a limit order to make sure that I'm getting the price that I want. And on Fidelity or TD Ameritrade, these are just commission-free trades, as many major brokerages offer these days. On other popular brokerages such as Robinhood and Webull, you currently can't buy the warrants. But if you somehow got warrants in your account, perhaps via a corporate action, you should be able to sell them. You would want to contact your broker for specifics if you're unsure about any of this, as not all brokerages are the same. I'm fairly certain that none of you watching this video have the DWAC warrants on either Robinhood or Webull, since there's no way you could have bought them there. But I realize that many of you coming from either of those platforms are watching this video, so just want to make sure I mention that. So many of you may be asking, when do the warrants become exercisable? Like most SPACs, the DWAC warrants don't become exercisable until the later of 30 days after the completion of the initial business combination and 12 months after the SPAC IPO. So according to the current terms of the warrant, you can't exercise them until at least September of 2022, since the SPAC IPO took place in September of 2021. Now there is the possibility for DWAC to change the terms of the warrants, and I've usually only seen this upon closing of the business combination. So if you do plan on owning the warrants, you do need to be aware of this. Next, what is the exercise price? According to the current terms, like most SPACs, the exercise price is $11.50. So if that time comes in September of 2022, you would just call your broker and tell them you want to exercise the warrant. And in return for $11.50 and your warrant, you'll receive 1 share of stock. There's also something called cashless exercise, which is normally announced by the company if they change the warrant terms or redeem the warrants early. But that's currently not in play. So when do the warrants expire? This is always tricky to explain to beginners, so bear with me. If the deal somehow gets called off, the warrants can expire worthless if the SPAC can't find another business combination by their deadline, which is September of 2023, assuming no extensions. If the deal does go through, and based on my observation, something like 90% of deals do go through, then the warrants expire 5 years after the initial business combination, assuming the warrant terms don't change and they don't get redeemed early, which is what I'll talk about in a little bit. And also assuming that the company doesn't get liquidated. And upon expiration, the warrants go to zero. So how can the warrants get redeemed early? Early redemption is a normal feature of SPACs. And under the current terms of the warrant, after the warrants become exercisable, and with 30 days prior written notice of redemption to each warrant holder, if the stock equals or exceeds $18 for any 20 out of 30 trading days, the warrants can be redeemed for 1 penny per warrant. So not exactly zero, but it basically becomes worthless after redemption. So this is at least September of 2022, and you would have 30 days to do something with those warrants before they became worthless. So if you happen to be holding these warrants in September of 2022, and the stock is over $18, then this is definitely something to be aware of. And again, if you're unsure about the current terms of the warrant, then you should contact your broker and the investor relations office. Prior to the business combination, it's the investor relations office of the SPAC, and after the business combination, it would be the investor relations office of the target company. All right, so now that we've gone through the current terms of the DWAC warrants, what is my game plan? Well, I currently don't have a position, unfortunately, but I'm gonna stay on the sidelines for now. The stock closed at $94 and the warrants closed at $29.09. Typically, the hype on these SPACs die down after the business combination. And if I had to guess, Friday's high of $175 for the stock was probably the peak for this year. But who knows? This is a crazy market that we're in. What I'm really interested in is if this kicks off a new bull market for SPAC deals. So I'm just gonna stay alert and look for some other similar deals that may garner a lot of hype and maybe try to put in an early swing trade. All right, so let me know what you think about DWAC and SPACs in general. Drop me a line in the comments. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.